Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're in Grand Theft Auto Online and we're going to be customizing and reviewing the LF-22 Starling, which if you are familiar with me and my channel, you'll know that this is something that you probably wouldn't have ever expected to see because I am a certified Starling hater. But anyway, it's on discount this week. I was requested to customize it and review it and let people know what I think of it. I know this plane is very good at dogfighting. I know that the community surrounding this plane is very annoying. So we're going to customize it and we're going to see what we think. So anyway, we're going to start off with the armor, go all the way up on that. For the countermeasures, I'm never going to use them, but I'll put on chaff anyways. For bombs, which I didn't really know it had, I'll put on cluster bombs, I guess, because why not? For the handling, we'll put on race handling, I guess, just to make it as responsive as possible. As far as the livery goes, we do have quite a few different options here, which is cool. Out of them all, I would say, I don't know, I like the stars and stripes, and I like the Falcon 1 and Falcon 2 are both kind of cool. Air Force display is cool too. Maybe we'll go Falcon 1. Let's do that. And then for the respray of the plane itself, maybe we'll go for like, I don't know, like a white? Light gray? I don't know. What should I do here? Let's see. We have a silver? Can we go silver? What if we just go silver primary and secondary? Let's do that. Oh, we already have silver secondary. Okay, cool. We can also equip homing missiles on it as well. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that. We might as well. And thrust. We can also put a rocket boost upgrade, which will increase the fuel capacity for extended use of the rocket booster. That's cool. I didn't know this thing had that. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take it outside now, and we're gonna see just how this thing operates. To get the screenshot for the review, for this video, I went to go and take off in the Starling, and I could not for the life of me figure out how to actually go. You can hold W on keyboard, and that will make you go forward like this. And then I was pressing X, I was pressing E, all the other boost keys that I'm used to with like the scramjet or vigilante or whatever. And then I found out it's actually left shift, which is really weird. There's like not many other planes in the game that have boost as that, or vehicles in general that have the boost as that. Starling is, it's a cool plane, don't get me wrong. The only real frustration I have with the Starling is with the community behind it. Because I think Starling people are very annoying, and I've talked about this at length, and I'm not going to drone on about it too much, but I will just say that, like, you can't talk about any other plane in this game without them getting involved and saying that, oh no, the Starling's actually better, bro, at dogfighting, or whatever. And it's like, I was talking about a Raju for, like, getting across the map quickly, and they're, oh, Starling better. It's like, well, no, objectively that's false. But anyway, this thing is interesting. It doesn't go very fast without the actual boost going. Seemingly you can get the boost to recharge by not accelerating. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn on my radar here for you guys so you can see the boost bar in the bottom left on the right hand side of the bottom of the radar there. You'll see it can go down as I boost here, and it will last for quite some time, which is cool. So this thing can actually get moving pretty good, I would say. And with the extended boost tank on it, I feel like it's actually really, really good. It goes for quite a long time, which is really cool to see. So that's very neat. And then if you let go of it and you let go of the throttle, it will recharge. But if you're on the throttle, it seemingly recharges very slowly, if it's recharging at all. It is recharging, but it's very slow. But if you let go of the throttle, I do believe that it will actually recharge a little bit quicker. So that's cool. I can definitely see why people think it's a really good plane for dogfighting. It has a super tight turning circle, and with the boost, you can also use that at like the correct moments and time it to try to get around, you know, behind other planes that you're, you know, fighting or whatever. So I totally get why this thing is good at dogfighting and everything like that. The race handling seems a little excessive to me. It's like too insane. But with that being said, I mean, I think that's probably what you would ideally want if you were to dogfight with this thing. Obviously, this plane's also on sale right now, which is another reason people were talking about it. It's going for $1,650,000 at the time of recording this. And that's with the trade price. Without the trade price, I'm assuming like 2.4 million, somewhere in that neighborhood. Which either price is not terrible. I would say if you can get it for the trade price, it certainly is not bad if you plan to dogfight. However, I don't really think it's going to be that good of a plane other than at dogfighting, for example. The reason for this is I feel like it's generally like kind of inconvenient because it doesn't have the best landing system. It's got 2 landing gear wheels, one right behind the other, so it's kind of a little bit temperamental to try to get it to actually land properly. It's also super twitchy with the race handling. Now keep in mind I do play on keyboard and mouse, and that's what this review is on. But maybe on console it might be a little bit smoother with the race handling, but it is very jittery, that's for sure. But I am kind of getting the hang of it, I feel like, so that's good. As far as landing it goes, oh my god. It is difficult to land. Oh my god, it is difficult to land. Okay, I got it to land. I wouldn't exactly call it a successful landing, but it was a landing nonetheless, I suppose. So, yeah, interesting. I'm gonna test it in between the buildings here, and we're gonna see how good the turning circle is on this plane. It is very good. That's actually insane. It's insane how good the turning circle is on this. So that's cool. I mean, that's obviously a big part of the reason why it's so good for dogfighting. So that makes a lot of sense. Again, yeah, I would say if you're gonna purchase this plane, make sure you are actually planning to dogfight. Other than that, I would say your money would be a lot better spent like going towards an Oppressor Mark II, dare I say, an F-160. I feel like there's a lot of vehicles that are significantly better than this thing as far as like a general use case goes. For dogfighting, I definitely can see why it's good. It's got the homing missiles, it's got the machine guns. I'm pretty sure the machine guns also do quite a bit of damage. We'll test them on this helicopter here. But yeah, definitely a good plane for dogfighting and everything like that. Oh my god. It is quite difficult to aim though. This thing is quite jittery. They don't do that much damage. I mean, they do damage for sure. It would be enough to definitely tickle your opponents to death in the air, I guess. I would say the homing missiles would probably be a little bit more reliable as long as they actually hit, which of course that is the challenge with the default homing missiles in GTA, is actually getting them to follow their targets well enough, which almost never works. So that's something that you'll probably have to do if you do plan to dogfight. You're gonna have to learn the balance of like the missiles versus using the machine guns and everything like that. I will say I'm actually enjoying flying this thing. It's kind of nice that it's got the boost that you kind of have to rely on every now and then to maintain your speed in the air, because if you don't boost for a long time, the plane will sort of start to really slow down and almost fall out of the air because it just can't maintain its speed very well. So that is definitely something to keep in mind with the Starling as well. As far as the bombs go, let's see how they work. I'm sure they're going to be good like any other bombs on any other plane in this game. They work, they're definitely effective. I'd say the only issue I have with the bombs on this plane is it's not exactly like the most stable plane I've ever flown. So that does kind of make it a little bit more challenging to drop them in a straight line, I guess. Although I'm seemingly doing pretty alright with it, so it's probably not that big of a deal. But the race handling is a lot, though. The race handling is a lot. I've almost crashed twice in this review already without trying to, that's for sure. And trying pretty hard to avoid crashing. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting plane. I can understand why people like it so much. Is it for me? I don't think so, to be honest. I have a Raju, I have a Hydra, I have a Molotov, I have a Laser, I have a bunch of other planes. So for me, I've already got a lot of planes that I really like, and I don't really like the Starling to begin with, so I don't really feel super inclined to, like, you know, really love it. With that being said, I'm going to keep it. I think it will be useful for dogfighting at some point in the future, so I might as well. I have the hangar space for it. If it's going to be like your first and only plane, I'd say if you can get it while it's on discount, it's not a bad purchase to make, but you will definitely want to consider it at full price, because there are a lot of planes that are similarly priced that you might get a little bit more general performance out of. Not in terms of dogfighting. In terms of dogfighting, I don't think pretty much anything is going to touch this thing, so that's something you'll have to keep in mind. The only thing that could really do much against the Starling, I would say, would be like the Pyro or the B-11, both of which, to be honest, I think are better planes. But if you do want allegedly the ultimate dogfighter, and what I would probably agree is the ultimate dogfighter, with enough practice at least, you know, get it on sale for sure. If you're watching this in the future when this thing's off sale, I wouldn't buy it at full price. I just don't see the value in it personally. I know that's probably not going to be a popular opinion. I'm sure this video is going to get a lot of hate in the comments from Starling pilots. That's how I feel. So do with that information what you will. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Starling. I hope you found it useful or helpful. Also noticing that it's pretty weak. I've only been hit by a few bullets here from the helis, and this thing's already like on fire. So that's not very great. So definitely something to keep in mind there as well, I would say. But anyway, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, consider subscribing if you're new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.